Okay, g'day mates. So today we're going to be making one of the best recipes you've never tried. So in all my years, I've been to a lot of restaurants, had a lot of dinner at people's houses. I've never had anything quite like what we're about to make today. This is the best pork tenderloin you've ever had, and you've never had anything like it. The ingredients are very strange, but they come together to make something super amazing. There's basically two parts to this recipe. We have the sauce that the tenderloin goes into. So obviously you need your tenderloins. We're doing this Dingo style. The cheapest place to get these is Sam's Club, $4 a pound. You need a little vino, that's right. No recipe is complete without a little vino. You need some sesame seeds, okay. Ketchup, this is where things kind of get crazy. Soy sauce, you need a little garlic, a nice big piece of ginger too. You need a little red wine vinegar. You need a little spring onions. I put these in everything. These are a little wilted though. And for the side dishes, we go with yellow potatoes and asparagus. The main sauce for the tenderloin is made with soy sauce and ketchup. I remember once I was making this recipe for a bunch of nose in the air kind of stuck up city dwellers. And I remember halfway through the meal, they're chowing down on my meat, and one of them was like, "Oh, I simply must have the recipe, Robert." And I said, "Oh, you want to know what's in it? Do you really want to know?" And I said, "Soy sauce and ketchup." She was like, "Oh, good heavens!" It was like some sort of comedy bit from a 90s sitcom. Now, what you want to do is you want to have a dish that the meat can be submerged in, so something not too huge, enough that the sauce will cover it up. You get half a cup of soy sauce. Put that in there, okay. We're waiting. So half a cup of soy sauce and then 3/4 of a cup of sugar, okay? This is where the richness really comes in. Do I have a 3/4 cup? I do not. We'll go for a whole cup, we won't fill it up, okay? Then you go for half a cup of ketchup, put that right into the sauce with the sugar and the soy sauce. Ketchup goes in next. And then now we get to the good stuff. You want to go for half a cup of vino. You can use whatever you want. If you live near a Trader Joe's, you can go for Chuck. If you live near a Whole Foods, you can go for Three Wishes, whatever cheap vino you want. Go for half a cup of that. Today, we're okay. Today we're using Provision of vino. This is actually from Arizona. This one's good for drinking too. Oh yeah, that's bloody nice. Provisioner, okay. It's actually too good for the sauce, but what are you gonna do? Go for half a cup, more or less if you want. More than that, less, whatever, Okay, that is a lot of rich stuff for the sauce. Now you can see where the flavors are coming in. Sugar, vino, ketchup, soy sauce. Now ginger and garlic. Oh my God, it's so good. You won't believe this recipe. Provision of vino. You're doing it great, mates. You're doing it great. Okay, after that, now we're going for the ginger. You can actually put as much of this in as you want. The ginger itself actually makes the sauce little bits in the sauce, it kind of makes it more hearty. So you can put a ton in. I usually go for something about that size. You gotta peel it though, and then chop it down real thin. Okay, let's go. Oh my God, the ginger smells so good. Oh my God. Ginger, this is one of those things I should put in every meal. Ginger is just boss. And it's super good for you too. Okay, then once you have your ginger done, you move on to the last ingredient, second last. We got salt too. A little garlic into your sauce. So get your garlic up going. Maybe, I don't know, 2 or 3 cloves. You can never really have too much garlic, I say. Makes everything better, okay. We mash it, take off the skin. There we go. There we go. And you just want to chop up the garlic so it's pretty fine too. Come on, why am I telling you how to chop garlic? You know what to do. Chop it up fine, like the ginger, and then just put it right in the sauce. Okay, then after you put that in, we got the last ingredient, salt. To taste, really. We'll use some nice Celtic sea salt. Mum's favorite. And you know, of course, we live in modern times, so we have to apply it with flair in the hope of making it viral. So, yeah, there we go. The internet is stupid, okay? And now you want to mix up the sauce until all the sugar kind of dissolves. So you don't want whole sugar at the bottom. You kind of want it to thicken up. And then once the, you know, ketchup and sugar and all that, it should be a nice thick, rich sauce. Yeah, now we're talking. Okay, now the $4 a pound tenderloin from Sambo comes with 2 pieces. That's what this recipe is more or less made to cover. Now this is one area where Mum and I disagree. I like to trim just a bit, do a bit of trimming on the meat, take off the fat. Mum doesn't, she says it makes it taste better, so whatever you want, you can trim if you want, you can not trim if you want. Okay, now another secret to the tenderloin, why it's so good, is you want to cook it low and slow, okay? So what you do is you take your loins, you put them in the meat, in the sauce. So there we got a nice loin. Let's put it right in there, okay. Submerged, you got loin number 2. Make sure they're nice and covered by the sauce. Oh my God, it's so bloody good, okay. And then you go to your oven, low and slow, 275 for an hour, okay. Now at this point, you take your meat, you put it in, and at this point you want to put the potatoes in the oven at the same time with the meat. Baked potatoes, I've found over the years, are the absolute best. Side dish for this meal. And with the dipping sauce, the red dipping sauce the meat's in and the white dipping sauce we're about to make, you can never have enough potatoes, so I say go for like 3 pounds, 5 pounds, whatever you want. A lot of potatoes. What are we doing today? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 potatoes. Believe me, you're gonna eat them with the dipping sauces. Okay, let's go. Okay, now the meat is in the oven. We're going to move on to the dipping sauce. These ingredients are crazy. You're going to think I'm making a joke here, but I swear to God, this is the best thing you've ever tasted. The dipping sauce consists of mostly mayo and sour cream. Okay. If you're on Jenny Craig, this meal is not for you. Okay, so you get your sour cream, and you just want about a cup of that. So we got our cup. Okay, so we go for a cup of sour cream. Got it, put that in there, all right. And we're about halfway through the meal, so we've got to take another swig of vino, keep the momentum going. Now we're talking, mates. Okay, mayo, we got that, a cup of mayo. This recipe is nuts. I don't know how I got this recipe from a lady named Lynn, and she got it from her sister, and neither of them cook any longer, really. So this recipe only exists in my head now, and now this recipe exists on your table too. Okay, then you got your red wine vinegar, and this you kind of just eyeball it. I'd say it's, I don't know, maybe 2 tablespoons of red wine vinegar, I don't know. And then we got mustard. Any kind will do, a little Dijon, why not? And this I kind of eyeball too, just kind of, whatever you feel like, maybe a tablespoon mustard, boom. Now we move on to the spring onions, 2 sprigs of spring onions. And you know how we cut these from the last vid, I've already washed them. So we'll go ahead, chop the spring onions up fine. Okay, I'm crying from the onions, so they must not have been too old. So for these, you just want to put all the onions in. Just leave a few of the green bits to put on top for garnish. So you scoop those right into your dipping sauce. And then once you have all the onions in there, as always, a pinch of salt to taste. Whatever you think. Apply it in a way that'll make you go viral on the internet. Boom. Okay. And then mix it up. Here we go. Comes together so nicely. Okay, now once you have that nice and mixed up, you put on the last of your green onions as a garnish on top. And then you want to pop this right in the fridge so it's nice and cold by the time your meat's done. And now let's move on to the veggie, the asparagus. Okay, now for the asparagus. This is Mum's simple recipe for good asparagus. I mean, obviously we're making a huge meal. We don't want to do too crazy. You just want to get a saucepan. Put the stove on, I don't know, medium or so. Fill it with water, okay. And I'll fill it, maybe go about 2 inches of water in the stove. And then take your asparagus, trim off the bottoms, obviously the hard bits, and just put that right into the water, okay. Hopefully there's enough enough water to cover the asparagus. Okay, you get the idea, whatever, okay. And then leave that there until the meat's done, about an hour, same time. And then at the end, we're gonna put some tarragon. We're gonna put a little butter on the asparagus. Beautiful, it goes with the meat like you wouldn't believe.
1 hour later.
Okay, it's been an hour, the meat is done. Ooh, there you go. It's bloody great. And here we got the asparagus. Asparagus is plural of asparagus, by the way. So what you want to do, after this has been on for a while, you want to drain the asparagus. And then once you have the asparagus drained, you want to go ahead and take a little bit of butter, like so, and just kind of, you can kind of daub it off, or whatever you want to do. Take off a few pieces. Yeah, why not? You can never have enough butter, you know. Put that on there like so. And you just want to rub the butter in so you get a nice coating across all the asparagus. Okay, you need that on there. Nice butter coating. Yummy. I want some already. Okay, and then once you have the butter on there, I didn't do it quite right. You can take a little more time. And then what you do is you take your tarragon, like so. Just take a pinch off the top and kind of rub it with your fingers onto the asparagus, like so. Boom. Boom. Okay, now let's move on to the meat. So once you get the meat out of the oven, it's ready to go. You want to get your serving plate up. There it is. This is too hot. It's pretty hot. And then you take your meat right out of there, like so. And it looks ugly so far. Don't worry. This is what the sesame seeds are going to help with. Now remember, this has been boiling in the tasty sauce for an hour. Okay, and then once that's done, you want to get your sesame seeds, like so, and just kind of put them over there. You can roast the sesame seeds if you want. It makes them a little prettier, I'd say. But otherwise, just kind of put those on, get a nice coating going on. Once you got that done, then you take your sauce from that the meat was cooked in, and this becomes your second dipping sauce. So I'm going to put it in the serving thing, which is ugly. You can put it in something nicer. And then you're ready to go. Serve it up, get the dipping sauce. Let's bloody go, mate. Yeah, finally. It's been too long cooking, Mom.
This is a really rich meal, I can tell you that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I took like 5 swigs of that vino while I was cooking, Mom, so
What did you think?
it's pretty good.
It is really good wine. It comes from Cochise County right here in Arizona.
It's a tasty vino.
And
It's very, it doesn't like catch your throat. It's smooth, I guess is
yes,
the word.
Yes, and
It's flavor country.
yes, here, let's try this together.
Yeah, this is from Sedona. Produced and bottled by Provisioner in Camp Verde.
Right.
Ah, yeah, it's local vino, Mom. Cheese.
Okay, so let's taste this. This is such a nice wine.
So this meal, the ingredients are insane. Like I said, ketchup, you know.
Oh my God, it's
Oh.
so good. The pork is so tender.
Oh my God.
The pork, he cooks it slowly.
You gotta do it slow. You gotta do it slow. Although this potato is pretty hard, Mom. I think it needs more time.
Oh, really? Does it tot?
I got a smaller one. But the sauces on this, like the red sauce it's cooked in, along with the dipping sauce,
Oh,
it is so flavorful.
uh-huh.
And you've never tasted anything like. I've never been to a restaurant that had anything like this. Can you think of one, Mom?
Well, we don't really go to decent restaurants, do we?
Well, we're not all those 5-star restaurants in Vegas. Gordon Ramsay would disagree.
Right.
Mariposa?
I thought, Mariposa's good.
Gordon Ramsay?
But every restaurant has their dishes that they're known for. I mean, this is Dingo's dish.
This is loin of dingo you're eating right now. Get your head out of the gutter. The loin is right here, okay?
No, it's
It's
not.
not where you think it is, okay? You know when they say gird your loins and stuff? That's not where it is. Your loin is on your back. That's your loin. I looked it up.
Well, on an animal, but I think on a human, it's
Well, on a human, it's kind of figurative, I suppose. But
oh my God, this is so good.
it turned out really good today.
The thing with the meat is it's got like the teriyaki with the what's the other thing on it that's really good? The ginger. The ginger really makes a difference.
And I upped the ginger a lot.
Did
now,
you?
On the recipe, I put a ton.
I know ginger's very medicinal.
When I was cooking, I said you'd say that. And the asparagus, I used your recipe for this, Mom.
Oh.
So this is your easy tarragon with butter.
Oh yeah, the butter and tarragon. I like the tarragon.
It's easy, tastes great.
I'm gonna have a bit right now.
Have a bit, go for it.
I love asparagus.
Oh my God, this meal is incredible. Okay, I guess we've said all we can say. You are absolutely gonna love this. We gotta tuck in. Leave a comment below. Do you think this is teriyaki? Lynn didn't call it. The lady I got the recipe from, she didn't call it teriyaki. No one has.
I call it dingo-aki.
This is dingo-aki, I reckon. All right, cheers, Mom. Cheers to you. Later, mates.